హాయ్ స్టూడెంట్స్, మీరు ఇంటర్ చదువుతున్నారా? అయితే ఈ వింటర్లోని మీ ఇంటర్ కోసం ఈ ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. అదేవిధంగా పక్కనున్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ని క్లిక్ చేయండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఈ వింటర్లోని మీ ఇంటర్ వీడియోస్ చూసినందుకు ధన్యవాదములు. అదేవిధంగా ఈ వీడియోని లైక్ చేసినందుకు, షేర్ చేసినందుకు టేక్ ఏ బౌ.
Hi friends, so today let us start Kinematics chapter. Okay, Kinematics part 1, and that is motion in a straight line. Okay, now first of all, before going into this chapter, what is meant by kinematics? Kinematics is the branch of mechanics in which pure motions are studied without the involving of external force. That is called as kinematics. Kinematics means studying about pure motions of the bodies without considering the force into contact. Okay, so motion in a straight line means, for example, see here, 2 points are there, namely A and B. 2 points are there, namely A and B. Suppose a person started from A, he has to travel to B. Therefore, let the distance be x. Let the distance be x. Suppose he is traveling from A to B. Okay, let the time be t1 from A to B. The same way again from B to A, let the time be t2. Now what is the total distance travelled? Total distance travelled is equal to x plus x, AB plus BA, that is 2x, by what is the total time taken from A to B and B to A? T1 plus T2. So, total distance by total time. What is speed? What is speed? Okay, distance by time, or distance is equal to speed in time. Now, what is average speed here now? So, average speed is nothing but total distance by total time. So, the person has travelled from A to B and B to A means, if he is asking in the examination, average speed, because speed means distance by time. Average speed means total distance by total time, that is equal to 2x by t1 plus t2. This will be the average distance for the person from A to B and B to A. In the same way, suppose if I ask you what is average velocity. What is velocity? Velocity, in general, velocity means displacement by time, or displacement is equal to velocity into time. Displacement is equal to velocity. Average velocity means what happens? Average velocity means total displacement. అంటే A నుంచి B కి ఎంత displacement అయింది? X. Again B నుంచి A కి ఎంత వెళ్ళింది? X. So the body has come to original position. So what is the displacement total? 0. Total time T1 plus T2. Therefore 0 by anything is 0 కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ average velocity ఎంత అయింది? 0. So in this question, average speed is 2x by t1 plus t2. Average velocity is total displacement, because the person has gone and came back to same position. No displacement, 0. So 0 by time, total time t, that is equal to 0. So average velocity is 0, average speed is this thing. Okay, please note down. Now let us change the pattern now. Let us change the pattern. Now same points A and B for the same person. For example, this person has travelled half a distance, that is x by 2 in time t1. Remaining half distance in time t2. Let us assume that the same person travelled half a distance of the total distance x by 2 in t1 and another x by 2 in t2. Okay, now we'll calculate the average velocity and average speed. Now what is average speed? Average speed means what? Distance by time. Distance by time. So average speed means what? Total distance by total time. So let us calculate what is the total distance. Total distance constant from A to B. How much? X. So total distance by How to get total time? Total time means here what? T1 plus T2. This will become average speed. But we don't know what is T1 and T1. How we will calculate T1? So first I will calculate the distance here. See, distance is equal to speed. So from here to here speed, what is the speed? We don't know the speed also. Let it be V1. Let the speed from here to here. Let the point be A, C. So from A to C, let the speed is V1. Okay. So speed V1. So what will be the distance? X by 2. Distance is equal to speed into time. So from this, what is time? X by 2 V1 is equal to T1, equation 1. Now here C to B, what is the distance? Same again, X by 2, distance is equal to speed. Let the speed be V2 here. So distance is equal to speed into time already given, T2. So from this, what is T2? X by 2 V2 is equal to T2. Now I got the values of T1 and T2. Okay, from A to C, X by 2 V1, C to B, X by 2 V2. Now substitute the value here, you will get the average speed. Now what is average speed? Average speed total distance, that is X by T1 plus T2. What is T1 here? X by 2 plus X by 2 V2. So on the numerator X, here you take common X, 1 by 2 V1 plus 1 by 2 V2. So here again X get cancelled. On the top 1, and here on the bottom I can take 2 also common outside. X by 2 is there, 2 I will take common, okay, and it will go to the top later on. So here I will put it on the top 2, and here LCM is V1 V2 plus V1. Now it will go to the top to numerator 2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. This formula is very, very important regarding half a distance in T1 time, another half a distance in T2 time, with V1 and V2 as the speeds. Okay, so average speed, you got it as average speed. I am writing here, average speed from A to B is given by 2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. Suppose if you ask the same question for average velocity, then how you can calculate? Say, I'll write down that one. Please copy. If you ask you average velocity, see, average velocity means what is the thing? Total displacement by total time. So from here to here, what was the total displacement? A to B, X only. What is the total displacement? A to B, X. And what is the total time? It's the same thing, T1 plus T2. So this thing, okay. So T1 plus T2 means 2 V1. Already I have calculated here, now you can see X by 2 V1 plus X by 2 V2. I will write it there better. X by 2 V1, from here to here time taken, okay, from here to here time taken. Or otherwise you can also go in different method. Right. See here now, already I have calculated the average speed here. Now for the same question, if you ask you what is average velocity, average velocity means what? Total displacement. That means from A to B, what is the displacement covered by total time. For example, in this he has not given any values, he has given speed. For example, from A to B, if the total velocity is V, and total time is T, for example, say, assume, then what will be the average velocity? Average velocity means total displacement from A to B by total time from A to B. So what is average velocity? Total displacement means what is A to B total displacement? X by what is the total time taken? T. So like this you can express. If he gives any values as V1 and V2, then you have to substitute here and finally you have to get the value. So this is how you will be getting the average velocity and average speed. Clear now? And make a note, velocity is a vector quantity, both magnitude and direction is having, and speed is a scalar quantity. The magnitude of the velocity is nothing but speed. So in the motion in a straight line, the problems will be related like this: average speed, average velocity, speed, distance, time, etc. etc. Okay? And these formulas are very important while solving the numericals. Clear now? Now let us go to the next part of the story in the kinematics, part 1, motion in a straight line. That is very important in the examination point of view. Galileo's equation. Galileo's equation for freely falling body for equal intervals of time. For equal intervals of time. This is very important derivation, and also in numericals it is used. For example, this is ground level. Suppose a body of mass m is freely dropped. That means let the initial velocity be 0. It is dropped freely. Freely means always the initial velocity is 0, and a is taken as plus g while coming down. But here I will take some value. Let it be 10 meter per second square, acceleration due to gravity. Now according to Galileo's equation for freely falling body, equal intervals of time is, for example, I will be calculating for time 1 second, next second like that. That means for every 1 second, how much distance the body is travelled from the top of a building or from the top of a tower. For example, first 1 second, how much distance travel? S is equal to ut plus half at square. Yes, distance travel, first distance S1 is equal to initial velocity 0, time 1 plus 1 by 2, a is g, that is 10 meters per second square, into time 1 square. So 2 5s are 10, this is 0. So what is the value? 5 into 1 square, 5. So what is the distance travel? S1, 5 meters. So during first 1 second, the distance travelled by the body is 5 meters. Let us calculate for next 1 second. Next 1 second and ఏమవుతుంది? St is equal to same, this one will be 0 only, plus half gt. Here time will be 2 seconds, next second kada. 1 second plus 1 second, 2 seconds, that means 2 square. So 2 5s are 10 and 2 is 4, 4 5s are 20. So S2 is equal to 20. That means now you can see this is the total distance now. So next 2 seconds the distance travel is 20 meters. Okay. Now we will calculate for next second. S3 is equal to, again the first part will be 0 plus half g. Next second means what? Next 3 seconds. First second, second and 3. So 3 square. So 2 5s are 5 into 3, these are 9, 45 meters. So next 3 seconds, how much distance will be traveled? Total distance 45 meters. Let us calculate the last one, 4. Again same 0 plus half g. Next second means 4th second. So 4 square, 2 5s are. So 5, 4 4s are 16. 16 5s are 80 meters. So 80 meters. Now please make a note here. Now some ratio will be coming here. See, first 1 second the body is traveling 5 meters. Next second 2 seconds 20. 3 seconds 45. Okay, you can see 45, 20, and last one is how much? 16 5 80 meters. This one is 80. Sorry. Okay. So first one is 5 meters. Next one is 20. Okay. First one is 5 meters. You can see, check it. Next one is 20 meters. Second distance 20 meters. And after 20, 45. And after that is 80. I'll take it is here. 80 meters. Now by seeing this you can get some ratio. See, first one is 5. Now what is this distance? 20 minus 5, 15. And what is this distance? What is this distance? How much you got? 45 minus 20. 45 minus 20. 25 meters. And next, what is this distance? 80 minus 45. 35 meters. Okay? This is 35. See the ratio? 5, 15, 25, 35. That means 5 ones are 5. 5 threes are 15. Okay? 5 fives are 25. 5 sevens are 35. 5 nines are 45. See the ratio? 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to 7 is to 9. Odd numbers are coming. So this is Galileo's equation for freely falling body for equal intervals of time. Guarantee question in MSET also, in IP also. Okay? Regarding this one numerical is coming. 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to 7 is to 9. This odd number ratio is belonging to Galileo's equation for freely falling bodies. Please note down. Now we will solve a numerical by using this formula. Very, very important numerical. In the examination it is coming. Okay, clear all of you now? So finally we got a ratio for Galileo's equation. By using this we will solve a small numerical, examination point of view. Regular question asking in the exam. See here. The question goes like this. See, what it will tell is regarding this one. Suppose one tap is there here. From the tap, water drops are coming out. This is the ground level. Okay. This is first drop, second drop, this is third drop. Now the question goes like this. Water is coming out from the tap from a height of 5 meters. The question goes like this. Water is coming out, water droplets are coming out from the tap from a height of 5 meters. Okay. So the question is like this. By the time first drop touches the ground, third drop is relieving from the tap. What is the height of the second drop from the ground level? This is the question. Okay. Water droplets are coming from a tap of height 5 meters above the ground level. By the time first drop touches the ground, the third drop leaves the tap. What is the height of the second drop? Now, if you observe the Galileo's equation here, see here the distances, because when any body is freely falling, time will be equivalence of time. That means this is, say for example, x, this is 3x, because what is Galileo's ratio? 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to 7 is to 9 for equivalence of time. So let this be x, this becomes 3x, so on and so forth. But from the above figure, x plus 3x, how much? See, this distance let it be x, and this will be 3x from Galileo's ratio. So x plus 3x means how much? 4x is equal to height of the tap, 5 meters. So from this x is equal to how much? 5 by 4 meters. So I got x now. What is the question is asking here? What is the height of the second drop from the ground? What is the height? Hi friends. See, in kinematics part 1, we have discussed regarding a problem called as tap problem. There the question was, water droplets are falling freely from a tap which is kept at a height 5 meters above the ground level. So the question was, by the time the first drop touches the ground, the third drop is leaving the tap. What is the height of the second drop? So according to Galileo's equation, already we have discussed before, 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to 7, odd numbers. So if you observe carefully, this is x and this is 3x. So x plus 3x, what is the total distance now? 4x is equal to height 5 meter, x is equal to 5 by 4. So what will be the height? H is equal to, from the figure, 3x, 3 into 5 by 4, that is 15 by 4, that is 4 3s are 12.7, that is 3.75 meters is the height of the second drop above the ground level. Okay. So this is how you have to solve by using Galileo's odd numbers for freely falling bodies only for regular intervals of time, not unequal intervals of time. This is used only for equal intervals of time. Okay, right. Now let us go to the next point in this freely falling bodies. This will be the last point in kinematics part 1. That is, for example, see here, of course still it is 1D only, one dimensional kinematics. Suppose this is ground level. Suppose the body is thrown vertically upwards. The total time of journey, for example, say it is 10 seconds. So it is thrown with some velocity, say u, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, 6, 7, 8 second, 9 second, 10 second. So what is the main logic in this is, for example, any body is thrown vertically upwards in 1D, one dimensionally. Suppose the ascent time 5 seconds, descent time another 5. That means total time is taken as 10 seconds. Now the question will be like this. That means, see here. Now the body is traveling from here. That means the distance travelled in first second. Please make a note. The distance travelled in first second. The distance travelled in the first second will be equal to the distance travelled in the 10th second, please. Okay, the logic main is the distance travelled in first second is equal to the distance travelled by the body in 10th second in the descent. This is ascent. In the same way, the distance travelled in second second is equal to the distance travelled in 9th second of descent, and the distance travelled in 3rd second is equal to the distance travelled in 8th second. The same way 4th second, okay, 7th second distance. The same way 5th second distance in ascent will be equal to distance travelled in the 6th second of the descent. This is the main logic for the body under gravity in one dimensional. Once again I am repeating, this is very important in doing numericals in MSET as well as NEET problem. That is, if you divide into this like this as shown in the figure as 1 to 10 seconds, this is ascent and this is descent. For the total journey the time is 10 seconds. Distance travelled in first second will be equal to distance travelled in 10th second of descent. Distance travelled in second ascent. Distance travelled in 9th second of descent. Distance travelled in 3rd second of ascent is equal to distance travelled in the 8th second. The same way 4th second distance will be equal in 7th second of descent. Okay, 5th second distance travelled in the 6th second of the descent. Okay, so with this logic you can do so many numericals under gravity problems. Okay, so these are in one dimensional of kinematics. These are in the one dimensional kinematics. Okay.
ఈ వింటర్లోని మీ ఇంటర్ వీడియోస్ చూసినందుకు ధన్యవాదములు. అదేవిధంగా ఈ వీడియోని లైక్ చేసినందుకు, షేర్ చేసినందుకు టేక్ ఏ బౌ.